Welcome, SFL viewers, to Season 2, Week 5, Day... It is not Day 2. That is, stream problems. But today we have Akuma Blades versus ReBrand, and, this is coming back from last week where we had to reschedule the game. And starting off with the champ select, we have just some random jungle bans that people don't want to face, I guess.
It technically is the second day. There weren't any games on the first day, but it's technically the second because the week starts on Wednesday.
Don't start until Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is the second day.
I thought, okay.
No, this is Thursday.
Viewers, let me explain. I have an anime list that I follow, and I watched something that I was supposed to watch on Tuesday today, so I thought today was Tuesday.
Oh no, not gonna bring that up, are we? Well. Either way,
don't have to bring it up.
The actual stuff's going on. We got some bans directed at Leak. The Fiddlestick's still apparently very good, so that's going to leave us. And Galio,
I'm scared, dude. Leak's
still good as well.
Fiddle, nasty.
He's the only one playing it, but it's working out for him. So why not keep going for it? As he get a Jarvan first pick here from Klein. I'm wondering if Klein will take that, or if that'll be given to Tokashiro. Could go either way, but haven't seen too much of Jarvan. Like a tier
got a
B
buff
champion.
On his flag and the attack speed it would give you. I don't think it's at the point where it's a good enough first pick, but if somebody has some plan that they want to make with it, like maybe an Orianna combo, as we see that's still gotten through, Jarvan could be very potent. And on the other side, we have a Lucian pickup. That one's incredibly standard. There's no reason not to pick Lucian if he's left up. No other ADC's banned. I guess Ezreal is banned. I think that one does target Nyrus. I've seen he's been pretty successful on that, and on the other side of the bot lane, Jaros is going to pick up Thresh. I've seen him play this a couple times, and it usually does end up working out, but not good enough to the point that it would draw a ban like Leak's Goddle Sticks.
Certainly, a threatening combo though. Lucian Thresh, very tough to deal with, and with Morgana gone, you don't have a great option there. Maybe we'll get a Caitlyn Braum though. Could be an option. Caitlyn Braum could be an option, or maybe Caitlyn Karma. But Karma is generally a champion you don't pick into Thresh.
Yeah, that's for sure, but this is Leak we're talking about. I've seen him make worse stuff work. Or that could be Karma mid, bring it back. The ultimate Katarina counter pick. Yeah, Bezel's playing Karma mid. Watch. Fluke has no idea. He's going to pick an assassin and he's going to lose. Karma's actually nuts mid.
That's still a threatening bottom lane. Caitlyn Karma is very, very tough to deal with, but Lucian Thresh has so much all-in potential on him.
Have it covered. Zac gonna be pretty strong. Caitlyn, not exactly the most notorious tank buster there is. Having all that range on Zac is fine because he's fine with tanking all those hits, and it's not gonna do as much damage as it would if you pick something up like a Lucian or a Jinx or a Twitch or anything that bust tanks. So yeah, Zac, a surprisingly good pick here. He hasn't been buffed like at all recently, but he's still pretty powerful in the right hands. In an organized team comp, Zac can be incredibly useful, as with Jarvan, though he isn't necessarily meta. Oh, and a Zyra ban, so they do think that's going to be Karma mid. Or they don't want Bezel to play Karma mid, or Zyra mid. But I don't think that's the case. Kind of interesting how much respect they put on League. But, I mean, I definitely understand it, but to ban Zyra after they've assumedly already locked in their support is pretty interesting.
Perhaps they are under the assumption that it is a Karma mid, and they're expecting the bait. Or at least they want to force Karma bot lane, because if Karma is bot lane, I think that's a good matchup.
Out that have already been flex picked, though. It's kind of just a waste, but if they don't have anything else they want to ban, I guess I could see it.
Well, perhaps they want to force it there, you know what I mean?
That's Jarvan top. They're really just hitting these flex picks. I think they came in like with a plan on what they wanted to ban, completely not suspecting whatever team comp that ReBrand is throwing at us. On the other side of things, we have a Cassio ban. Karma actually is not that bad into that matchup, so I think it is pretty safe to assume that that is going to be Leak's Karma bot, but we still don't know.
Perhaps Leak would know better than anyone. He's probably our best Thresh player. Maybe Jarosa will dethrone him, but if he doesn't like the matchup, maybe the Karma is the way to go.
Yeah, they wanted to ban the Morgana because that's no fun. They wanted to ban Fiddlesticks because Leak's the only one that plays it, and then they picked Thresh to make sure Leak didn't get it. And then he actually locked in his champion, and then they banned Zyra again.
Well, either way, we're gonna get some
pressure from this ReBrand substitute support.
Gonna be getting the big tanky front line here of Zac and Sion for Akuma.
And okay, wow. Okay, so what in the Vlad top J4 jungle, Karma mid, Caitlyn Lulu bot, Caitlyn whatever Leak is about to pick bot. So it actually is Karma mid. I was completely joking when I said that.
Nope.
Nope.
I guess
Garvin
it will
top,
be
Lee jungle,
Karma
Vlad
support.
mid, Caitlyn Karma bot. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Fluke, is he actually going to play the Zillion? I think I've seen him play this once. It went pretty well. LeBlanc would make a lot more sense as a pick. It's really good into Karma. You can almost immediately break those chains. But Karma's bot, so it doesn't matter. Lissandra, not that strong into Vladimir at all. I would argue that's one of Lissandra's worst matchups, despite being the powerhouse that she is. I think the nerfs have shipped that reduce, or they make her mana cost a little bit more and her E do less damage, but... Oh. So they're doing this. Honestly, J4 is not very good into Aftershock Lissandra, so I almost expect them to swap here, but...
I was thinking maybe Tank Karma top lane with like like Jarvan support.
Tank Karma top is a solo queue thing for sure. It's really strong versus like 3 people at once, but it does no damage later in the game. It's just good for getting through lane if you're bad. But there is a lot of skill involved in playing Tank Karma, actually. I've done some extensive research on it. I'm one of the leading researchers when it comes to Tank Karma top, but
Kleptomancy still the keystone?
I don't go Klep though. I go Phase Rush.
Phase Rush. That seems good too.
It's not bad. As long as you get your W off, you pretty much have all the procs you need. Because it does count as 2. Alright, getting into this, we have to wait out this 3-minute spectator delay. So I'll take this opportunity to thank the viewers for watching the SFL. And that is the sugar-free lovers. Happy Valentine's Day to the viewers out there. I'm well aware that most of you are single, but that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it out here. I mean, not all of us are high enough elo to be playing in this games and posting our elo on Twitter and having e-girls swarm to us. It's kind of rough out here.
Always
when
just
you're
lie.
A caster, it's a little difficulty. You could always just lie. So, take this opportunity to put Kios on the spot. What did you do for Valentine's Day?
I ate dinner with my family. My sister just came home from college, for the weekend, so not permanently. But yeah, spent the day with my family basically. That's all I really did.
That sounds pretty nice.
Nothing special.
Last night at like 1 a.m., I kind of panicked because I said, "Oh shit, it's Valentine's Day." And what I did is I PM'd all the e-girls I know, and I said, "Hey, you want to be my Valentines?" And I got 2 of them to say yes out of like 10. So, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
Maybe they're gonna have some infighting now. They're gonna go now that you've revealed this.
I make sure they don't talk to each other.
You separate
one ardent
them.
girl at a time. Okay.
Are you? But you're not even an AD carry player mostly, so this doesn't really work for you.
I still tell them to play Arden.
Still tell them to play Arden. You should
I'm
really
not gonna
just
ask them to play a tank. That's how you get girls to stop talking to you.
You should get them to play jungle.
No. No. That was funny. We keep them in the bot lane where they belong. Support is the kitchen of Summoner's Rift.
It's getting borderline sexist here.
I would never.
You would never say anything sexist?
Ooh, Fallen set up the bets. Time to go all in on something that is not for sure at all.
See, this is the part where I just ask you who you think's gonna win, and I don't say anything that way.
I'm not
I can't be
allowed
wrong.
to answer that. Who I think is gonna win. I could give my opinion on which team comp is better, I guess.
Well, you just bet Akuma, right? So you think Akuma's gonna win the series?
I flip a coin.
Oh, you flip a coin.
I don't know if you've noticed. I flip a coin and I go all in.
That's the best way to do it, I think. That's probably
really is
a good lesson for everyone. When you bet, just flip coins. It's probably better that way. Get it. Actually, you know what the best way to gamble is?
Using statistics.
Well, you could
That's
do
how
that.
I gamble when I use real money, but
could do that.
Fallen's cookies I don't value very much. They're
or you could just use animals because that never fails. Just use animals.
Oh,
to
like
bet.
that thing with the Super Bowl where like they have the dog pick a bowl.
They got the puppies. You got goldfish. You got octopus. You got all sorts of animals that bet.
Octopus.
Yeah, there's an octopus that selects. There's
I haven't
tons
seen that
of stuff.
One.
Yeah, man. You're just not all over this.
I bet on Akuma to get the bigger payout because no one is betting on them. Come on, guys. Both teams have a good shot. We see two really good teams loading in here. And now that we have the opportunity to take a look at the loading screen. Order of the Lotus Karma leak is bringing out pretty good Karma skin. Not exactly my favorite, but when it comes to effects, it is one of the better ones. Resistance Caitlyn, that is such a generic Caitlyn skin. Not a fan, Mr. Swoobeth. Base Vladimir, it doesn't look bad, but there are so many good Vladimir skins out there, I'm not sure why you wouldn't have one at this point, especially if you call yourself a mid laner main, Mr. Bezel. Playmaker Lee Sin, that skin is fantastic. I love the poppy noises that he makes when he takes the Q. It's like actually kicking a soccer ball. It's just props to the sound team on that one. Skin itself doesn't look that great, but the splash art's okay, and the Ramus skin it came with is pretty good, and the soccer ball noise is really cool. SSG J4. I don't like him. He looks... Might be racist to say that, but he looks way too Asian, you know? That whole skin line is just... This came from China, you know? That's just my take on the matter. I know T-Dragon 07 loaded in with Mecha Scion. What's that called? Mecha Zero Scion?
I believe Mecha Zero Scion is the name.
That one's alright. I mean, it pretty much is the best Scion skin that the game has to offer, and we're paused, so I guess we can look a little bit more. Project Lucian, and is that High Noon Thresh, I think?
Yes, it is
really
High Noon
sucks
Thresh.
You see that they're not going to go with the duo here, because those two skins together make for a really impressive looking lane. I think the High Noon line, minus the Urgot skin, is one of the most impressive ones Riot's put out in recent years. And their skin team's pretty on top of things, as opposed to maybe some of the rest of the company. That's just my opinion, though. Looking at Special Weapon Zac, all of the Zac skins kind of look like shit. I like the pink bubblegum one, that's just a chroma. But, I don't know. Special Weapon Zac is dumb. It's pretty much just a chroma. There's nothing special about it, other than when he goes into his R, his face gets stretched out, and it looks even dumber than it does in the normal skin. I can't see what Lissandra skin that is. Blade Queen, maybe? Project? Program?
Well, maybe
Blood
we can get
something?
a quick...
I don't know.
Look, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. This man's just a dirty Lissandra abuser, so we're not going to acknowledge him. Even taking Aftershock, just filthy. I feel like there are... Though Aftershock is clearly the best rune that Lissandra has, it's not always the best choice, and I think versus Vladimir... this might be one of those times that you don't want to take Aftershock, because he's almost never going to go in on you. That Aftershock is just going to be used by yourself, and it's very predictable when you're going to go in, so Vlad is absolutely ready with the pool, if worst comes to worst.
I got a quick pause, but we're right back here, so... Should be good to go.
Lissandra. I know in the blood, whatever it's called. What is that skin called? Blood Lissandra? Bloodstone Lissandra.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's part of the Blood Moon.
It's Bloodstone.
Series.
Because there used to be a Taric skin that had the same name. I think there still is, but I don't know. They might have changed it when they reworked him.
No,
that was a while ago. Yeah, Bloodstone Lissandra is one of my favorites because in the splash art, like you could kind of see like her hip bone, and she's actually like crazy thick, which is something that you wouldn't notice using any of the skins, other than that one. Program Lissandra does not do her any favors. The base skin doesn't really either. I don't remember what the other ones are. Coven is actually a really good skin, but that one is definitely like chest focused, whereas Bloodstone is like good focus on the ass and the hips, which is pretty nice.
Perhaps there'll be a quick hook here. Leak is walking dangerously close.
Yeah, that's not warded, so I guess he doesn't know, but Lee Sin definitely shot a Q. I think Jarosa was AFK for not going for that. Maybe
he had Flay. He had Flay skilled.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Scion just, what the?
If you want a full leash, you have to skill Flay, because you don't get the Flay-empowered auto immediately as soon as you skill it, so you have to skill it like at like 15, 115.
But if they're gonna sit where they were, I would have gone for a hook. Did you see what Scion did top lane?
No, he was leashing, but...
Yeah, that was a really bad leash. Audio pretty low from that, but he fully charged his Q like 3 seconds earlier than the red spawn.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He was trying to do his best for his jungler, but he accidentally screwed him over even harder.
I don't know why people go so try hard on dumb stuff like that, because if it doesn't work, you just look like an idiot. Kind of like when I leash my junglers as Twitch and then the poison steals the red buff, and it's like, well, this is not my fault.
Yeah, that's the tough one. Get that with Darius too. You got those bleed effects are tough. Well, now I got a level 2 advantage here. Jerosa and Nyrus looking forward. The hook does not land. Good dodge from League. Use that empowered Q to get out here, and takes a big chunk out of him, but they'll be okay.
Still almost dies. With that sidestep, he is going to have to sit in the range of Lucian for the duration of that. And Thresh is going to be able to land that Flay, because if you know where someone is, Flay is not a very hard ability to land, as opposed to that hook that takes so long and requires the preparation. But League going to drop pretty low despite being Karma. He's going to pop some potions, and it's going to look like nothing happened at all, but that's just the game that we play.
Back to the old Jarvan top lane. I haven't seen it in quite a while. As SWF and League are going forward here, Tokushiro with the gank. Got the red buff, but he will not find the engage they want to. Bottom lane a little early.
One more. 0 for 3 on the day. What the heck? Fluke actually winning these trades. Pretty big misplays from Bezel. I'm just going to call him Bezel. I don't know if... It is Heim, right?
Yes, Bezelheim.
Like,
as far as I know.
Probably.
He has not corrected me yet.
Well, most people don't correct you when you say their name wrong, because you do that to a lot of people, and I'm the only one that calls you out on it.
Well, I did. Supa Segoy did correct me at one time. I asked him.
How did you say his name?
No. He corrected me on someone else's name.
Oh.
Scarrain and someone else.
Sharabrang.
Yeah, I was.
The bad P5 names.
Shararang. I don't know. I'm still probably doing it mildly wrong, but I'm better. I think I'm closer now.
Doldali. You screwed that one up pretty bad.
Yeah, I just called him, Doldo for a while.
Yeah, like Bilbo Baggins, but...
Well, if you guys still want to correct
Doldo.
me, please feel free to message me on Discord. I'll do my best, but there's no promises.
True.
My brain's just a little small. My tongue too big.
Your peon brain can't handle the high-level SFL names that we have.
Exactly. I probably am pronouncing my own wrong, to be perfectly honest with you.
Hey, you and everybody else.
No one's getting my name right, so I feel a little justified.
It's just revenge.
Exactly.
Wow, Bezel taking some very unfavorable trades.
We got a quick invade here, though. Leak and Tokushiro are coming in. They're going to find him on the turret. Resonating Strike does miss, so this dive might not go very well. And now Zach comes in. Audio coming in, finds Leak and Tokushiro. Smite down. First blood over to Audio. Now Tokushiro's in trouble. Again, Resonating Strike misses. The blast going to bring him back in. Jerosa is here. They'll find the auto on him, but looks like everyone will get out. Leak the only one to die, and first blood goes over to Audio.
That just would have went so insanely differently if Leak landed that Q. And Lissandra didn't even put much of an effort forth to dodge it. Leak just predicted very wrong. I don't know. Having a bit of an off day today.
Well, both of them missed. Tokushiro missed his Resonating Strike as well, so... SWF also going to dodge out on gank here. Actually, no, Jerosa lands the hook after Audio. And that will be the kill there. Nyrus going to pick that one up. Jerosa very low. The heal used to keep him alive. And well, that gank did look like it was going to work at the start there, but Audio with the Stretching Strike chained in that death sentence from Jerosa certainly spelled death for SWF there. He used both summoner spells.
Yeah, Akuma finding themselves pretty big leads in the start. Just really good communication from them overall, and that's usually the strength that we see with this team. They're able to talk to each other, and when people need help, Zach will be there to rotate, Fluke will be there to rotate if he needs to. But Audio has just been really good this game on staying on top of things, 2 for 2 on the kill participation, able to counter that mid and go for the gank bot, putting both Swubuf and Leak at 0-2, and this traditionally strong ReBrand bot lane is struggling a little bit right now.
Swubuf. Swubuf. Yep, a second pause here. I'm sure Nate will give us an update.
I could... Pausing, sorry, it's okay. That's it.
Alright, that's all we
no
got.
Explanations.
Perhaps a little equipment malfunction.
Bezel paused. Blame him.
Hopefully we'll get that sorted out. Want to make sure everyone, you know, their mouses aren't broken or anything. No keyboards faulty.
Wait, what the hell? Our league is so good. Do you see the control wards bot? Do you see the control wards in these inventories?
Yeah,
there are more control wards in the inventories at this very moment than there were placed in the entirety of my last 5 ranked games.
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
It's true. It's so true.
The only person who doesn't have a control ward in the inventory right now is Leak.
Yeah.
Just want to point that one out real quick. And he's in lane. He's not in the fountain waiting to buy. He's in lane.
That's rough.
I don't think he has one place on the map, to be perfectly honest with you, so I'm a little disappointed here. Maybe.
Yeah, and when would he have had time to place one on the map? I don't know. Leak's slacking a little bit.
Well, luckily, we're going to get back in the game, and we can judge Leak a little bit more harshly after revealing this information. Just letting his team down, really. I mean, I expected more from him.
Honestly. I mean, Toku really taking one for the team here, buying 2 pink wards himself. I guess it is Lee Sin, though, so he can use them greedily instead of for vision, like I expect him to.
Yeah, Lee Sin's a champion that, like, when he buys control wards, it's actually a selfish move. Because he's not placing those for you.
Lee Sin. He just buys all these stupid control wards.
And they're just placed in the middle of the goddamn lane. They don't actually give you any vision.
Yeah, probably the one champ you can complain at for doing that. Actually just donating gold over to whatever lane he placed it in. Completely fails the gank, just gives them 25 gold for the ward.
Yeah, Lee Sin actually is a hidden cost for all his ganks. People don't talk about that very much. Broken champion.
Really?
Underpowered completely.
If you're trying to int, Lee Sin is pretty good for it, because you get to give them the ward gold on top of your kills.
And you can get closer with a W. It's just more efficient inting. People don't talk about this sort of thing.
It's great. Usually the traditional thing is going to be Nunu, where you roll it down mid, or Rammus, but...
Who you literally roll
Lee
it down
Sin
mid.
just gives you so much more gold.
More efficient.
Yeah. Plus, it's easier to kill Lee Sin. Nunu has some natural tankiness. Klein actually winning these trades up here. This Tiamat is doing work. While he's winning these trades, he's able to push in the lane, and Cyan can't do much to counter it, so he's been using these Qs to wave clear.
Very low as well. Klein doing a pretty good job trading up there. Both players have grasp in the top lane. And we got a gank bottom lane. Audio coming in. Elastic Slingshot goes in. Finds SWBF. Leak only level 5 here. And down he goes. SWF will be pulled back. And a clinical gank there. Very good from Audio.
Yeah, Audio has really been playing the map really well this game. We don't see Toku able to get around.
Well, here we go. We got to dive in top lane. The ult comes down from Klein. He will flash out. Dragon. Now Tokushiro's trapped underneath the turret. One more shot. He will not go down. Able to get out. Dashing to his friend there. But Audio, he's dashing in. He's found Leak. Going to pull him back with the stretching strike. A flay brings him in further back. And Leak's going to go down. Nyrus, another kill. Second one of the game for him.
Yeah, Audio is, like, actually smurfing on these kids. Who is this guy? Is Melting Cloth back? And he changed his name to tag up Audio.
Perhaps. Audio going to come in with another gank, though. He finds SWBF once again. The coin comes through.
Filthy.
SWBF able to dash away with a trap there. Flash forward. Oh, Jerosa not going to quite find it. Now Audio with a flash underneath the turret, though. He's got the bloblets. Could stay alive for a little bit longer. TP not available from Dragon or Fluke, so he will go down for sure if this goes through, and he will. Shut down there for Leak. He'll pick up the kill. The turret helping out.
Klein?
Klein TP'd on the minion there. He is bottom lane now. He's committed to it. Obviously, he can no longer cancel TP, so once he made the decision, he was committed.
Yeah, I feel like that was an accident. But now that he's
good
down
play
there,
from Jerosa. We'll keep them safe here. The bot lane will get away.
They're probably pretty safe anyways. Klein recently used Cataclysm in the top lane to nearly get himself killed by Sion, but didn't quite work out, seeing as he lived. So Cataclysm down, and it's just kind of rough for Jarvan to gank without that, especially if you TP like in the middle of a lane. You don't even have the jump on them with the EQ. They totally see it coming, and with the Thresh's Flay, there's not much you're going to be able to find.
Well, ReBrand in a bit of a tough situation here at the 10.5-minute mark. Down over 1,000 gold and 5-1 in kills. Akuma done a good job this early game dodging out in the dives top lane and making their own work in the bottom lane. Look to be in a pretty good situation, but Tokahira going to come in here for a gank. Will kick back T-Dragon.
Wow, that just went right through him. You saw him take the damage, but he didn't get knocked up.
And now T-Dragon, the Resonating Strike is there. The ult comes in as well. Klein and Tokahira will combine for the kill. Klein gets the last hit on that one. Both ultimates use Cataclysm and Dragon Rage.
Oh, he gets the ward. GG.
Ends up being worth in the end there for T-Dragon, of course.
It really was. Tokushiro is just camping top really hard, and you have to wonder why they put so much pressure onto this Sion. You'd think there are easier lanes to kill, especially when you consider that Zach is doing what you're doing top lane but bot lane, and it's twice as effective because he gets 2 kills instead of just 1, and you usually don't even find that kill on the Sion.
Will be moved over here to the Rift Herald. They took a plate off, and then Tokushiro and Klein rotated to that objective, and of course Jirosh and Iris trying to get something done. T-Dragon coming in.
Coming as well, so probably can't contest, yeah.
Flag and Dry gets for Klein.
Shouldn't be too hard to escape from this.
Decimate Smash lands, and we've got Fluke coming in from the other side as well. Audio on the Dragon as Drosa lands a hook in the bottom lane. More skirmishing up in the top side. Another Decimating Smash lands and interrupts that Flag and Drag. The Rift Herald. While Fluke picks up a kill here onto Tokushiro. Bezlam able to pick up the Rift Herald on the way out. Fluke. Well, now the ultimate comes in here. Unstoppable Force coming from T-Dragon. He finds Bezlam. Fluke going to go down to Klein, though, on the other side. And now, the kill is found by T-Dragon. Klein and T-Dragon in on a 1v1 situation in the bottom lane. A double trap here onto Nyrus and Audio. Audio perhaps going to get sniped here. He will go down. Leak very low, and Nyrus trying to get the kill back, but SWF charging forward. Nyrus ends up getting the kill onto Leak here, but SWF should end up winning this 1v1 in the end. But misses the trap. Now Klein's up in trouble, and he will go down. And both AD carries very low, but Nyrus completely out of mana. So a lot of fighting here. 3-2 overall is the trade, favoring Akuma in the end, I think. Yeah.
Though they are favored here, those fights were really close, and had that fight bot lane gone a little bit differently, that would end up being a 3-for-3. And honestly, even just with that, the gold does close up a little bit. A few bounties taken. Actually, never mind, no bounties were taken.
The Rift Herald is acquired, though. Bezlam picked that one up before he went down, so a potential to even that trade, or maybe even make it a positive one, once you look back.
I would definitely call it a positive, despite it being a 3v2, considering how behind ReBrand were at the start of that.
Makes sense. T-Dragon trying to maybe cheese his bushes. Bezlam is actually going to walk straight into him. Tides of Blood and the Phase Rush. Bezlam with that Empowered Transfusion. It'll take him a while to kill T-Dragon, but he's not going to give him an opportunity. Audio comes in. Bezlam here as well. Klein here as well. So it'll be a 2v2. Cataclysm will go down on T-Dragon. He will trap him for now. And he will end up going down. The last audio there from Bezlam. Tokushiro now. Resonating Strike and then dashes away from Audio. Tokushiro maybe go down to T-Dragon on the other side, but now we have an ultimate there from Fluke. Finds the stun on Bezlam, but he's still got the Transfusion. The Empower will come through, as well as the Sanguine Pool, and now looks like Fluke is in trouble. 2 of his teammates have already fallen. The ultimate also invested now from Bezlam, but he will fall before that triggers. Now Tokushiro and Klein will combine for the kill at the end. And actually, the ultimate with a Loot and Zeko will find that kill. Tokushiro embarrassingly goes down after the death of his opponent's mid laner.
Yeah, had the pink ward up, but probably just wasn't aware. And like, some people aren't aware that Lissandra even has that passive, let alone how much damage it does. I think it is a really dumb passive, but it's definitely better than the last one. The last rendition of Lissandra passives. I think the last rendition was a lot more useful, but this one is like... it's pretty cool. It sets up for some really cool plays in the early game specifically, because it has such high base damage. But late game, it's kind of nothing. As a Lissandra abuser myself, I will play anything that gets me a win mid lane. That's the truth.
Should play Annie then. You play any Annie?
No.
LS is very disappointed.
I play meta.
And
I will
meta.
still complain about every single Malzahar that I have to face.
Annie's meta for Iron players like you, so I don't understand what the problem is.
Bro. Actually, I have an interesting thing that happened to me today. I was playing solo queue. Well, I guess it was duo. I was playing with one of my friends. We're just like trying to get through the stupid provisionals and get out of like we both got placed in silver 2 because this game sucks. But we're just trying to get ourselves up to
hold that thought. We may have a fight here. Fluke goes in now. The elastic cling shot hits 3 members. The pullback as well is there for audio. Bezlime still trying DBS in the back line, but he's gotten very low at the start of this climb. Also going to be going down. Nope. We'll survive with that last little bit of shield, but we'll miss the Flag and Dragon. He falls. Now Bezlime forced to retreat. Leak trying to get away, but the hook is landing. The death sentence onto Leak. Down he goes. Just Tokashiro left alive.
Incredibly good engage from audio there. Super able to win that fight for them. Honestly, not much that ReBrand could have done outside of getting better vision on the map. And they do have a bunch of pink wards in their inventory, but you gotta have those on the map is the problem there.
The elastic slingshot was beautiful to start that one, and yeah, vision's the thing that counter it, but you can see there's 2 control wards. Well, one just got replaced somewhere else, but there were 2 control wards denying vision on that side of the mid lane, so good vision results in a good fight.
Interesting little stat from this game. Did you know that 2 different times this game, Kios has said Flag and Dragon?
Interesting. Wow. I think I was mixed. I was saying Flag and Dragon, and I was thinking of Dragon Rage.
Yeah, so but you done it twice this game.
Flagon and Dragon, maybe. Maybe that's what I was going for.
Flag and Dragon.
Flagon and Dragon. Flag and Dragon? The Dragon the Flag. I don't know.
Well, Flag and Drag is also a verb, though. So I don't know. There's no point to say it.
But it's a more stylized verb to say like dragon. Like I'm dragging. I'm not just dragging.
I'm dragging my team down.
Yes, I am dragging them down. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's part of my accent from where I'm from. I don't know. I have a very like normalized.
You don't have a flawless Midwestern accent.
No, I do not. I have a very standard accent for an American, but I mean, there's still a few things that regionally I suppose that are different. So I say dragon.
Crick? Or do you say creek?
I would say creek. Yeah.
You're all right. How about wash? Do you say wash?
No, wash. Here, well, speaking of washes, I'm going to take a bath in blood there from Bezelheim as he goes into the pool. And now a siege might begin here on the mid lane. Fluke is looking for the engage over the wall. Leak going to be able to run away in time. And Tokashiro going to use the kick to get rid of that pesky mid laner.
That's one way to do it.
Right over the wall.
That is one way to do it. But the thing I was talking about for all you solo queue warriors, what you want to do is you want to find a duo queue that you trust, not you in a ranked game. But that's kind of just a general rule for duo queue. You want to queue up for each other's roles and then trade once you're in champ select. And then you get increased LP for autofill.
I thought it was decreased if you got autofill.
No, because you get increased LP for the role that you end up playing if you autofill to it.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Because of positionals.
Yeah, okay. All right, I get it now. That makes sense. That's a clever little way to abuse the system. Might just report you.
Go ahead. I don't care.
I'm sure Riot would get right on that.
By leaking these strats, they take away provisional rankings. Because I like to play random shit, but now if I want to play random shit, I have to get ranked 4 different times. So I have to pick a role. I hate picking a role. I want to play Rammus in all the lanes.
Dross is going to go forward. Finds a play here on a Bezline. The pool used. The hook. Gonna land! That should be the kill here. Fluke gonna pick up that one in the end. Leak now forced to run away through the jungle. Naira's gonna fall. The Blade of the Ruin King active is gonna slow Leak down.
Great timing from Jarosa on that hook. Actually able to hit Vlad as soon as he comes out of the pool. Doesn't even have the time to flash. Just Jarosa pretty on top of it. Starting now. His hooks for the rest of the game haven't really been that great, but that one, hey.
He hits them when they matter.
About those ones earlier.
You know what I mean? That was an important hook because it comes right at the 20-minute mark.
Honestly, some of the hooks he's missed have helped him out. Like that early trade with Leek, if he landed that hook, Leek would not have dropped that low. But because Leek decided to dodge it in the way that he did, he took way more damage than he should have. But with this, Akuma Blades move on to Dragon, despite all 5 members of ReBrand being up. Might not even be able to see it. Does look like Lee Sin's gonna walk up though.
Well, Tokushiro trying to be pushed away. The Decimating Smash gonna land onto him. Baron's pretty low, and already Leek goes down. Looks like there'll be a double kill. Tokushiro soon to follow. Triple kill now for Fluke. And, well, that could be another turn on to the Baron here, but they're gonna go ahead and back and take those kills with them to the bank. As Klein actually finds T-Dragon here. Looks like Bezlime is going to try and make his way in the Cataclysm, use the flash out from T-Dragon. He should be okay. The rest of his team kind of left him. As he actually gets knocked up again. Protobell 4, Bezlime and Klein continue to chase here.
Incredibly greedy.
Now T-Dragon, well, the Lantern out. He might just survive. He does. Now Klein's in trouble. The flag and drag over the wall. Audi might be able to follow the Elastic Slingshot. Fluke now chasing Bezelheim. Lands 1 Q, but the last cone will get him to safety for now.
Yeah, pretty rough to catch a kill onto Vladimir if you don't have your ultimate up as Lissandra. Also pretty hard to stick to him with all the movement speed buffs that he gets just from being Vladimir. When did Vladimir come out? I'm kind of curious. Because I feel like he's not really a champion that should be in the game. Or if he should be in the game, like he's one of those new cheesy champions. Than a classic cheesy champion, you know? He doesn't feel like a classic cheesy champion.
Well,
this
I know.
Is despite on red buff, no one steals it.
The blue buff.
Or blue.
Yes.
I'm colorblind.
I don't think that was the issue there, but
I am colorblind though.
I suppose that's a good excuse as any.
Don't vision shame me.
Technically, my left eye is basically blind, so I think I'm.
You should wear an eye patch.
It's not blind. I still see with it, but.
Yar.
It's not good. It's everything's blurry. Decimating Smash gonna land on a Klein here.
Shit.
And now this looks bad here. Akuma Blades looking to take this one, but Cataclysm does find many members, but Klein gonna fall as he flashes out. The Ignite should get him on the way out. And now on the other side, Dragon Rage in. We'll find the kill on the Nairis. Audio gonna end up killing Klein in the end. It looked really good for Akuma, but they just find 2, and their AD carry goes down in the process.
Yeah, I really want to give props to Klein there. He tried his damnedest to do what he could. Landed as many abilities as he could, put out as much damage as he could. Still ends up going down and doesn't really find anything for it, but man, if they had a lead, that team would have just got deleted.
Well, Tokushiro trying to get a steal here, but he's going to go down. Fluke ends up going legendary off the back of that kill, and the Cloud Drake will go over here. Already a Cloud on the other side, but they're going to get through Ocean and Cloud here, so 2-1 in Dragons, and they've, of course, got that extra healing, and both teams got the chance to go fast here.
Yeah, audio pretty big in the beginning of this game, but Fluke has been able to just walk around the map and start making these plays, as audio is starting to turn into just a tank with Zach. But Fluke actually able to find himself, like at the beginning we saw audio with 5 kill participation and Fluke 0-0-0. Quite a different story now, seeing that he's 11-2-4, having participated in 15 of the team's 24 kills. Fluke's really been on top of things, landing the big CCs, shutting down the carries, and finding a bunch of kills for himself, putting him in that position to be his own team's carry, despite being a filthy Lissandra Aftershock user.
Drosa looking for a play here in the top lane. Finds him with Scry's Bloom, but just another vision clear here as we reach the 24-minute mark. Baron still on the table. 37,000 to 43,000 here. Akuma firmly in the lead by about 6,000 gold.
Grand Prix sets. And that's just tragic. You really hate to see that happen.
Last slingshot for Jerosa and Audio going to find the leak here. He goes down. Nairis with a kill. Culling comes through. Audio tanking up in the front line. Looks like Klein will go into the back line, but he will go down. Now, looks like Bezlam going for a big play, but he gets stunned up. The pool used defensively to try and get out, but he will not find his way out. S2BF now going to go down as well. Tokushiro still alive, so there's hope for the steal, but this should be a Baron turn. Tokushiro is going to have to come up huge if he wants to save his team, but I don't know if he can do it. Is even in levels. He'll 12-12 for both junglers.
You know, Audio has notoriously screwed up smites in the past, so...
Tokushiro, no Dragon Rage.
He's gonna die, so it doesn't matter.
Well, the Baron about
really
halfway done. Yep. Tokashiro going to just walk away here as Fluke was forcing him back and just was eventually just going to kill him if he stayed. So going to have to run away.
Yeah, not even going to be on the right side of the map for this Baron, but really nothing you can do about it.
There you go. Baron goes over here.
Audio lands the smite.
Wasn't too hard.
It was a tricky one. He's able to do it. Come out on top there.
That's exactly what you want to see out of your jungler. Big smites to save the game for your team. Make sure you don't give that away. Give away that objective.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing. Vladimir decides to go Spellbinder this game. That is an item you see almost nobody take, and if you do take it, you usually take it on Cassio or Karthus.
I've seen on Vladimir a little bit.
Really?
Does seem more. That seems to be like the big three they're taking it. Is if you include Vladimir in the ones you just discussed previously, is Vladimir is like one of the champions who. It's sort of like the replacement for Shirelli's Reverie.
Oh, okay, I guess I can see that.
Because the movement speed is
what's that dumb shit called? Spirit Visage. Just to like really make it not fun for the enemy.
Oh, you play very much a tank Vladimir then.
I play the best.
Well, a bruiser Vladimir, sort of.
I play the version of Vladimir that can 1v9.
We've reached 26-minute mark, and the siege has begun. Last slingshot was charged up for audio, but he did not go in. And these Baron minions double cannon here in the bottom lane for the siege, and that will spell the doom of this turret. Minions
Fluke
pushing in the mid
line.
lane.
Procking these traps. Real team player. Fluke walks up to the mid turret, gonna get some Baron minions out on that one.
Now rotation over to the mid lane here. Bezlime gonna interrupt audio. He's gonna be forced to hop away here as the Lantern comes in, and now T-Dragon gonna have to walk the long way as no one is there to help him out. Well, they're cutting him off in the mid lane though. It's hard for Akuma to get back to this mid lane to push the minions as the positioning has been good here as now the Cataclysm used aggressively. Klein going forward, but he's all alone in the back line. He'll go down. Fluke finds another kill. Now it looks like T-Dragon going in aggressively. 3 already down. And looks like this should be the end of the game here as another hook is landed and a double kill for both Nyrus and Fluke. And now they charge down the mid lane to take down this turret. And I believe this is the game here with the Baron. Just 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty dominant in game 1 from Akuma.
Fluke not being shut down that game really just spelled disaster for ReBrand. And there's no way League is going to be able to defend this. As much faith as I have in him, Karma is not quite the champion for the thing that he needs to accomplish to win.
Onto the towers go Akuma, and 32-9 is the kill score. 41 to 53,000 is the gold at the end of the game here, as the Nexus is under fire and should soon fall. As a few more members respawn, but not in time. And game 1 going to go over to Akuma here on the red side.
MVP of this game, I'm going to have to give over to my boy Swibbuff. 183 on Caitlyn for the day, 4 kill participation. That's not that bad when you consider it was a total of 9. Landed some pretty big traps. Didn't really punish them at all, but also didn't buy RFC. Yeah, Swibbuff came out huge this game.
Swibbuff. I like the name.
That's his name.
I mean, I say SWBF. Am I pronouncing that wrong too?
Yes, it's Swibbuff.
Swibbuff.
Can't you read? You speak English?
I do speak English.
Or yes. Does your regional dialect prevent you?
I don't know. Perhaps it does. Dragon. Just a quick look here at these damage charts. You can see a lot of damage there out of Fluke. Nyrus, of course, as well. And Leak looks like he got damage his own 80 carry there, SWBF.
Let's go, Leak! Let's go, Leak.
The lowest damage in the game is, of course, the Thresh. And
it's close.
Yeah, the Lee Sin also very low there, but not a lot of opportunity for him to fight at all, so.
Yeah, after he got put really far behind in the beginning of the game, Lee Sin is not really a champion that can come back from that. As many big dick plays as he wants to make, isn't going to make much of a difference. We did see Jarvan make some honestly huge plays. Had he built damage, would have been big. Landing like 4 or 5-man cataclysms, but isn't really able to come out with anything. I've seen this 4K before. Did you watch last week with the with P5 versus BBC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
That's what we're referencing for any viewers out there. Go ahead, go back, watch the SFL VODs. Feel free to subscribe.
Yeah, I believe we still have the VODs from last week. They haven't timed out yet.
Donate to the SFL as a whole at paypal.com/Nate.
It's not the right link.
I wish I had that URL, actually. That'd be pretty cool.
Very much not the right link.
Are you sure?
100% on that one.
I don't think we have a PayPal link, so I'll go ahead and take the proceeds there.
I don't know about that one.
You don't need it.
I don't know about that one. If you do actually want to donate, though, don't listen to Nate. You can do so below the stream, but Nate's trying to be greedy here and steal all the money.
I don't think there are ways to directly donate. You want to subscribe or use one of our links.
Directly below the stream, there's a tip option.
Really?
Yes. If you want to go.
Do we have Twitch alerts set up? Probably not.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you're not sure, then we don't. Oh, there is. There is a donation.
There you go. Nate's caught up. We've actually got donations. There you go.
I didn't know that.
All the applicable links are below the stream, so feel free to use those. We're already in the lobby here for game 2, so we should be getting started in a few minutes. Or maybe we'll take a quick break. I'll just try and ask them.
My favorite part is in between the games when I get to talk to the players about things they couldn't care less about.
Looks like we will be getting right into the game as soon as everyone readies up. We're just waiting on one more player.
Invite.
Oh, never mind. Never mind, they're not.
They're not what?
They're not ready.
Baited again.
He said we're ready, and then he said never mind,
we're
not.
Baiter.
Exactly. Baited everyone. So I think we are going to take a quick break here, just a few minutes, and then we'll have everyone ready.
Pillar Men for the viewers?
I don't believe so.
That's a shame. I'm sure the viewers would love to hear it.
Oh, never mind. We had to have everyone here. Nate was just the waiting on.
Yeah, told you to invite me like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I just got it now. And you
it's
lie
lag.
to the viewers all the while.
It's the lag.
And you lie to the viewers all the while.
It's the client lag. It's not me. Leaks AFK. All right. Well, never mind. We'll stay here, I guess, because
I'd be AFK.
They are too. Ready to go. Usually, what we have is we play the second game right away, and then we take a break between the third, if there is of course necessary.
Most teams kind of just take 15 minutes to join back into the lobby, so there's a break between all the games.
That's sometimes also the issue.
That's kind of the classic. The only 2 teams that are punctual are probably Akuma Blades and Lane Zero. Every other team is don't care. Well, actually, USA's kind of flaky too, ironically enough. But Akuma Blades, Lane Zero, we appreciate your cooperation in getting these matches done in a timely fashion and getting the viewers to bed at a reasonable time. They need their beauty sleep so they can find girlfriends for next Valentine's Day. And Leaks back.
See, this is you insulting our entire viewer base probably isn't the right move for you. I think that's probably a bad idea. I just want everyone to know that I had no part in that. I did not condone what he just said. I'm just supremely grateful that everyone stays around and is able to join the lobby. I do not. I'm not complaining about how fast it is done so. I don't know. I feel like you just did by saying that only 2 teams are actually good at joining the lobby.
That's true.
So I feel like you just insulted about 8 teams worth of players.
No, I am positive that this is the case, and if you ask them, they would agree.
Perhaps. But with that, we're going to go ahead.
Are never on time. USA is usually not on time. BBC isn't on time. ReBrand isn't on time. I don't remember. Paragon 5. They're not that bad.
ReBrand's literally in the game right now, and they seemed fine, so.
Yeah, but this took like 5 minutes because Leak was AFK.
Leak was
Akuma Blades was
he was
AFK.
Breaking out the extra picks here.
He was going to OPGG searching by tier, and he's going to pick the worst thing as a joke.
Probably play Ivern support next.
That's kind of the League classic. Ivern support. I think we're going to see an Ornn. There is that master player named Orange Support that plays, you guessed it,
Orange Support.
Not a fan of him.
This is maybe what we need to really talk about is the solo queue legends that play Orange Support. Or
there
various
are solo
other
queue legends, and then there's Orange Support.
And then there's Orange Support.
He's not a part of that group.
He's not. Yikes.
I think some of my favorite solo queue players, probably Alicopter, Tommy 309, Tasty Potato X. Those are just
Tommy 309 is a Singe player, right? He's a Singe one trick.
He plays kind of whatever he wants, and his gimmick is whenever he gets a kill or assist, he goes to all chat and says Tommy 309.
Yeah, I've seen that before. That seems like I feel like at this point he should have a macro for that.
Who has 4K? Last game it was Toku's Lee Sin that had 4K. As unfortunate as it is. He tried his damnedest. He put in the work. He just didn't find the results. And this draft looking pretty similar the last time. This time, Ezreal was not banned, but Klein is going to pick it up for his team, so Swibif probably going to play it. Instead of banning it out this game, so Nyrus doesn't have it. They're just going to pick it, and I guess that is another way to do it. Lucian also banned, so I don't know what his champ pool looks like, but I've pretty much only seen him play Lucian and Ezreal, so we'll see. Is going to still have a Thresh in the support slot, constant from last game, and the Zac picked up again. Audio did a great job during that early game.
Identical bans, to game one, and we did not switch sides. Akuma's still on the red side here.
Akuma had the same bans, but we have a Lucian ban.
Oh yes, of course, Lucian ban. Akuma had the same bans. Just the only difference is, of course, the Lucian ban. But you'll still see the Thresh here. So it's kind of interesting that the teams are pretty much willing to run it back. The only slight changes so far. But the picks have been completely different as we get an Ezreal Braum bottom lane with an Olaf. This looks very much like an LCS game, or probably even more like an LCK game. Ezreal Braum bottom lane with an Olaf jungle. It feels very much like an LCK
Could
game
be Olaf
to me.
top. Could be.
Perhaps we'll see that Klein bring that out, but when you see a Zac on the other side, I feel like this has got to be Olaf jungle. Like this is why you pick Olaf.
Shut down pretty hard last game, so this game gonna opt for the you couldn't stop me if you wanted to champion. Pretty cool. Sion picked again. Boy, that's no fun. But whatever. I'm surprised Sion wasn't banned. I feel like he's still really strong. And we still don't see these Urgot. Never mind. Okay, wow. If this stream was delayed like even a second, I look like a huge idiot. But I was talking about Urgot before anything was hovered. I'm surprised we haven't seen much priority on the Urgots. We already have at least one of the top laners picked, unless that Sion flexes to mid. And Olaf himself might go top too, so who knows. Lissandra going to be banned. I really like that. Lissandra is probably the best mid laner in the game, outside of Karthus, but he's not the best mid laner, he's the best jungler. Galio already banned, so that leaves mid lane to be Vladimir. One of these players is picking Vladimir. That's almost guaranteed. I don't know what the other one will be.
Last ban
Fluke
should
has
come
a pretty
in.
interesting champ pool, so I don't know. Might be something interesting. Not sure why there was a Malphite ban either.
Malphite has seen a little bit more popularity in the SFL here, as the Zoe will come in as our last ban here. So mid lane bans here for ReBrand. On the other side, Akuma banning top laners for their second ban phase.
There's one Malphite player. Don't even lie about that.
I'm just saying he's bringing it back. He's bringing the Malphite to the forefront.
Well, he's not going to be playing top anymore because their actual top laner's back. So Malphite is probably dead. Nyrus with the Vayne. I like it. Honestly, not very good into Olaf. It's alright into Braum, though. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Vayne's pretty good. The crit changes were a positive for her. Not much, but they were a positive for her. And with the recent ADC meta changes, Vayne comes out in a much better spot than she used to be. Klein with the Darius. We have so many Darius players in this league. It's kind of crazy. But that in the top lane, that's going to be a Darius versus Sion. So could be pretty toxic for T-Dragon 07 if he doesn't play it carefully. Or Klein could be bad at Darius, but I doubt it because everyone in this league plays Darius top all the time. Outside of like Coyote and Skips. And Skips doesn't play anymore. And Coyote hasn't been playing because he's banned. So yeah, exclusively Darius players. Also going to see an Orianna picked up. I feel like that would have been a lot better last game with the Jarvan, seeing as it went through pick bans. But they are going to pick it this game. Not really any particular synergies, but this team is going to be pretty clumped up. So I guess you could just throw the Q in there by yourself as Orianna and press R. Is Flute going to run it back on the Vel'Koz like he did in the Rats series? Looks like he is. I don't know how I feel about this matchup.
Should be an outrange here for Vel'Koz for the most part, I think. I mean, not significant. Not significant.
With Orianna's shields and her little speed ups and the R's ability to cancel Vel'Koz's R, I think Orianna definitely has the tools to win this matchup. But if this game goes the way it should with equal jungle pressure, Vel'Koz probably wins it. I think this will be pretty snowbally.
But this game certainly does not have equal jungle pressure with an Olaf versus a Zac, you'd assume. Like, especially, you have Olaf Braum level 1. I don't know,
because Olaf goes for a lot more ganks than Zac does.
That's what I'm saying, is you have unequal jungle pressure. The Orianna, I feel like, should win. Ganks. But not until several levels, though. Not until several levels in. He's got to be at least level 4 or 5.
He ganked at level 3 last game.
Well, that shouldn't have worked, is my point.
That shouldn't have worked, you're right.
Yes.
But why would he stop doing it? He even picked Zac again. He's here to make the plays.
Well, I'm saying he can do it again, but I don't think it should work again, is my point. And then you got an Olaf Braum. The level 1 should be eventful. Olaf Braum Ezreal level 1 should be an eventful level 1 to me. But I mean, who's to say? I mean, both teams could do anything. Maybe Zac will win the jungle matchup again because Togashiro, I think, failed on that. At least not fell fat in his face, but he did not live up to the potential of the Lee Sin in that matchup against the Zac. We had a series last week where the Zac...
Does Lee Sin actually beat Zac that hard?
Yeah, we had a series last week where Lee Sin invaded jungle level 3. The Zac was level 2 because he cleared faster. Forced him to flash over the wall. And then the jungle was up. He doubled the camps of Zac on the first clear. And then was able to gank top lane several times and win the game for that. I feel like
Zac was playing it wrong, though, because Zac should be ganking.
I mean, not that early in the game, because Zac was still level 2.
I totally understand why you would want to gank instead of clear. So I think Audio did a good job and played it correctly.
Maybe in the last game, but I'm just saying the series I'm referring to where the Lee Sin won the matchup was a situation where
Do you know who the players were? Or what the teams were? And I would know?
I mean, my memory... I can remember the plays, but I'm so bad. I'm sure there's...
I can remember the plays.
It was a series last week that I casted, so I definitely know it's that, but...
Could you actually remember the plays? Could you watch one Scion charging Q and another Scion charging Q and be able to tell me who it is?
Not who it is. I'm terrible. I can remember the play, though. I remember this play where he made him flash. But, there you go. I'm good. My memory's good. My eyes are good. I'm just basically the perfect human being.
How are your feet, though?
My feet in socks right now, so you don't get to see them. Unfortunately for you.
This is a video call. That's after the game.
That's after the game?
Yeah.
You guys can stick around. If you pay extra, you guys can see that.
Yeah. Anyone can be a cam girl if they have legs.
Don't want to be so...
Just shave them. No one will know the difference.
Well, you're certainly giving our viewers ideas.
Fetishist can tell. I'm not sure.
I mean, I would imagine, yes. But we've already gone down this rabbit hole. I don't want to do it again. And we're actually going to get to Walker's League of Legends here. We don't have to just hear Nate talk about anime and feet. That's the good news.
I don't talk about anime. What are you talking about?
Only a little bit. It's skins, anime, and feet are the three things.
No, I didn't. I did not talk about anime.
And just a little bit.
No. I didn't talk about anime. I mentioned it. I didn't talk about it.
Okay.
I used it as an excuse for something, but I wasn't talking about it. If you want me to talk about it, I will gladly, but you're not going to hear anything about the game at all for the rest of the stream, is the issue here.
Maybe you can just
maybe put
talk
a straw
about
poll
anime.
in the chat. Do we cancel the SFL and turn it into my podcast?
An anime podcast where Nate is the host, and I try and get him back on topic to talk about League of Legends, but I fail miserably.
Oh, did you see the Brolaf skin updates?
I did not.
That skin is gonna look hot in like 2 patches. Now when he E's, it brings down a barrel of grog from God. It's so cool. It's like old Thunderlords, except for it's like a industrial barrel instead of a thunderbolt. It's pretty cool. But Darius Forge, that skin sucks. Brolaf, that skin currently sucks, but it's gonna be good. Victorious Orianna, I really like, but I do think there are better Orianna skins. This one is really up there in terms of splash arts, but in games it's less than impressive. Especially when you have the likes of the really cute and detailed Snow something Orianna, Winter Wonder Orianna, and Darkstar. I don't remember what Ezreal picked. Probably nothing very good. Don't like Ezreal skins. Probably Mecha Zero Scion if I had to guess. I'm guessing Zach is still playing the bad skin. And I don't remember what anything else is, so we have to wait till we load in. Oh shit, you're still using that picture I have of like a steak dinner with lettuce?
Well, you never gave me another one.
That's true. I want to change it like every week so no one can ever tell who I am. Like that one time you accidentally streamed with Toku and you had my name with Ricardo on top of it.
Yeah. I changed it. Here's the thing. I changed it on the Champ Select banner, but I forgot to change it on the
yeah, I know.
On the in-game.
So
I did it. I did half the thing, but we got a level 1 here. We got Braum, Olaf, so there's an invade here, and T-Dragon just might be in trouble. First axe to land. This will probably be a kill, and the first axe does hit. Leak lands his Winter's Bite as well. Another axe finds T-Dragon. Another auto. One more for the stun. They get him, and down he goes. The pull also used from Klein.
Watch. Did he? Hold up. I think he forgot to level abilities, so he couldn't use any of his passive abilities that give him bonus move speed. I think that's what happens, because he did not get a movement speed buff right then.
Well, perhaps he didn't. He knew he was dead, so he didn't bother. He knew he was already dead. And he
leveled an ability, so he could have at least put some damage out.
There was no chance of a follow-up, though. I guess
the average Scion player would know that.
Yeah, but I feel like in the end, it really wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, probably
maybe.
Not.
Maybe.
If it did, though, 5 million IQ.
Well, SWF got the first blood, though, so he will come to the lane with a little bit of extra mana, and that will mean he will get the tier faster as well.
Probably still back at the same time.
Most likely, but more mana never hurt anyone except for the non-mana champions that buy it, like Vladimir. Then it really did hurt you because you lost about 350 gold, but
unlucky.
That's your own fault here, as Klein already taken a really good trade here against T-Dragon at the top lane, showing why Darius is difficult to lane against here, and he already skilled pull level 1 here, so he actually didn't have a good fighting ability.
I guess that was just for the thing that they did to Scion early.
Yeah, the invade level 1.
There's actually no tactical advantage to doing that otherwise.
Yeah, it's just for the pull level 1 to secure the kill.
Which probably didn't even need to happen. And he misses his CS. This Darius is washed up.
Pretty much. That's definitely how I would describe him.
Yeah.
1 CS, you're washed up. For sure.
Damn. I'm washed up like 80 times a game then when I play LeBlanc.
Well, we got a full clear topside here for audio, and Togashiro are gonna clear a red and Krugs and then head over to the Skull Crab and invade here. So perhaps a vertical jungle being set up here. There is a ward on the blue buff, so if there's an invade from audio, and they will know.
Just watch Darius miss 2 CS.
It's a rough one.
He missed 2 this time, so maybe it cancels out the first one that he missed.
I don't think that's how that works.
3 rights make a left.
No, that's fair. That's true. Assuming they're 90-degree rights.
It's not true.
Well, I mean, if they're 90-degree right turns, if they're 90-degree right turns, they make a left. effectively.
Never mind. 3 rights do not make a left. You flat earther.
Oh, is that the argument you're going for?
Very distantly, but I will gladly take the opportunity to call you a flat earther.
But if you make the rights within like a foot of each other, the actual like curvature of the Earth doesn't come into play.
Well, we don't live on a very small part of the Earth. We live on the whole thing.
Yeah, but we can travel just a few feet here. Is DeRosa going to look for a potential hook on SWF? But Leak comes back to lane. We'll stop that for now.
That missed. I'm surprised.
I think a minion blocked it there.
Listen, you fool. The Earth is clearly not flat, but it is hollow, and global warming isn't.
Exactly.
If global warming is real, why it be snowing outside?
That's a fair point.
Did you hear about this senator from Oklahoma that made a snowball outside and brought it into the Senate?
No, I did not hear about that story.
And he said, "How is global warming real?"
Exactly. I mean, it's just logical, right? But it's hot. It's cold outside. How can global warming be real? It's in the name.
You can't argue with that.
These are the official positions of the SFL. I want everyone to understand that.
The Earth is a cylinder. That's false. The Earth is actually shaped like a bowling ball, and the sun is the bowling ball that rolls down the alley that is our solar system.
Where are the holes on the ball then? Where you grip the bowling ball with? Where are the holes on Earth?
Where we nuke Japan.
Ooh, too soon. Too soon.
True. They're artificial holes.
Maybe one's the Marianas Trench or something.
No. There is the trench, and then there's that other giant hole in Asia that's just like a weird pit.
You're gonna have to be a bit more descriptive than that, but
I don't remember what it's called. It's just a giant hole.
Well, giant hole in Asia.
He's terrible at farming. Oh my god.
He's still
I don't know
up.
what his CS is, but
he's at 39 to 22
like
here. So he's actually doing really well.
Every time I look at him, he's missing a farm.
Klein going in for another fight here on a T-Dragon.
Just unlucky, I guess.
Choo Choo comes down. T-Dragon is going to get some assistance from Audio, and Audio will find the kill here. Tokushiro, though, coming in for a gank in the bottom lane with Predator, but we'll back up after that one. Inferno is up. Perhaps that'll be the turn here. Tokushiro is level 5 with jungle items, so it should be pretty easy for him to pick that one up.
Why is Audio doing this?
Will be started. Audio just going to push the lane in here with T-Dragon, it looks like. No Rift Herald is up, of course, so no potential to get an objective back. And he doesn't have actually any jungle camps on the top side. His red buff is respawning in just a little bit, so didn't have a ton to do on the map. Just wanted to help out his top laner, it looks like, to push that one in here as the Infernal Drake will go over. So the gank does work up in the top side there for Audio, but in exchange he gives up an Infernal, which is a pretty heavy cost to pay.
Yeah, and ReBrand was already up 0.3k gold. This puts them at the 0.4 advantage. But yeah, this game is going a lot differently from last game. We don't see a completely dominant. We see a pretty close game with a slight gold bleed, but that Infernal does make it pretty one-sided. However, anything could happen with that Vel'Koz or that Vayne. Once we reach a certain point in the game, this game is going to be totally even, like there were never any advantages to begin with. Because that's kind of just how the champions in this game work.
Vayne gonna go for the on-hit build, it looks like, there with the Cutlass.
I think every Vayne should get a stupid item, Rage Blade. I'm actually a huge advocate of Rage Blade. I think it's a fantastic item. But
you're about 2 years too late on that one, but I think everyone's figured that out by now.
I've been building Rage Blade since it came out. Same with Gunblade.
Alright, well, fair enough. I wasn't around for that item when it came out, so I guess you were ahead of me on that one.
I invented Gunblade Katarina. I have an item set from 4 years ago that says Katarina mid, and the first item is Gunblade, and the second one is Luden's Echo. For all you old heads in the chat, give me my clout. I invented Gunblade Katarina.
You keep saying that.
Take that statement to the grave because it's the truth.
But it's also very possible that someone else invented it before you.
No one else invented it. People might have tried it, but
it just became
the build.
It just became mainstream.
It's my build. I invented it.
Well, Bezline now going to get ganked in the mid lane here. The Life Form Disintegration Ray is going to go down, and Fluke will pick up the kill there. Another good gank from Audio. And the second kill, this time going to be given over to the laner, instead of him taking it greedily. As Klein and T-Dragon continue to battle up near the top lane. Sheen was picked for Klein here, so we'll be the Triforce wrap for him.
If you think you invented Gunblade Katarina, show me the logs. I bet mine are older. That's all I'm saying.
Good night, Revnon. Hope to see you again.
Time to go to bed.
CS, pretty big difference here in the top lane for Klein, but overall pretty even among the rest of the map here.
Who's Zizo? Is White Girl Zyzo's account?
Audio flashes over the wall here, spotted Klein, and Audio was like, up, none of that. Flashed right to the wall here. Is Rosa going to land a hook, but it's on to Leak. Bit late in the season for the Santa Braum, but I suppose it's never a bad time. Klein going to miss this apprehend, though.
I don't know. I think that skin's dumb. I don't
Just
like
so
how
festive.
when he has home guard, he is on a sleigh.
Why not?
Because sometimes when you come out of vision and you're on a sleigh, people will think that sleigh is part of your hitbox and shoot something at it and it just misses.
You're all about the gameplay.
The thing I used to do with Lee Sin is like, I would start like I would go over to their red buff, right, as they were doing it, and I would do my dance, and it would put my model over the wall back before you didn't need vision of them to see them if they just teleported through the wall where you had vision, even though that's not where your hitbox was. They've since changed it, but I used to do that, and people would like flash on me and shit, and I just wasn't there.
Ninja Nate over there.
I'm not a ninja. I did it because it was funny.
Usually I'd place a ward there just so I could see if they flashed, because I couldn't see them. I would just like kind of assume that they did it because I would hear the ability sounds. You have any idea for how long during this game's lifetime Teemo's laugh was global?
I do not, actually.
Like a couple of years that bug existed.
It was probably implemented on purpose, to be honest with you.
It was not. It was a bug.
That seems like something someone would do on purpose, though, because that fits the champion so well to me. It's just like this little devil.
I think people don't even have that much of a problem with Teemo. I think it's because that existed that everybody started hating on him. Because nowadays there's some other champions that are...
Another gank going to come in the top lane here for Audio. You will find the Elastic Slingshot to start it off. Especially against right also lands. The T-Dragon lands the Decimating Smash, and T-Dragon will pick up the kill there, shouting him to death. And that will be his first kill of the game, but another successful gank in the top side there for Audio. And, well, you said he wants to gank. He's certainly doing that so far.
Yeah, and that's how you should play versus these aggressive jungle matchups. And he actually does find himself with a level advantage. Toku not really making these plays around the map. He has gone for some ganks, but they just haven't been nearly as successful as Audio with these long-range slingshots. Also, you consider Scion's W a shout?
Well, it looks like a roar to me, so I say it because it sounds funny.
It's just most people don't call it that. I almost just said something racist.
I just think that the idea of someone screaming someone else to death is rather funny. So
I was gonna call Scion a variant of like terrorist Scion, because he just puts a shield with his own health and then blows himself up.
Yeah, that's probably a little problematic. Gonna have to have an intervention here for Nate.
Is it racist though? Because any race could have a terrorist.
That is true.
Equal opportunity terrorist.
Dross is gonna find the hook, but he's gonna flash right away as soon as he sees Tokashiro pop out of the bush here.
If you're in the chat and you want to be a terrorist, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. You can do it.
Alright, well this certainly did not go the way I was planning tonight. As Klein finds another apprehend here on a T-Dragon. But T-Dragon already has that completed Sunfire Cape, and Klein is not trading well through that. Drosa going to get through the Lantern here, and now the last screenshot. Audio will find him, and the follow-up Death Sentence here on to Leak, and down he goes right into the box as Nyrus able to fire away a few bolts and take down that Santa Braum. Again, out of season Santa Braum, unfortunately.
He's being divinely punished. Kind of like people that boycott the stores that play Christmas music way earlier than they should.
Christmas music, I mean, you can...
Unpopular opinion, I like Christmas music. There are some bangers.
I don't know if I would describe any Christmas song as a banger.
You don't like Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas?
I wouldn't call that a banger.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't call you a friend, I guess.
I didn't know it meant that much to you. I'm sorry.
Does. Big fan of Mariah Carey.
I just thought since we're friends, we could share opinions with each other and no one would get mad.
My opinion is the only correct one. I would go as far as to call it fact. Law, even.
Sounds... you've had some pretty...
You clearly have not been playing League of Legends long to understand that when people disagree with you, you hate them. Listen, as you put more time
not
into
long
this game,
enough.
You'll start to understand.
I guess not long enough. It's only been a year. I guess I don't know enough.
Wait, what did Bezel just type?
So we get another pause, and apparently Bezalheim said something weird.
He said ADCDC, but like in a bunch of characters that don't exist. Like a D with a line through it, the C was the copyright circle, and the other ones were just unrecognized characters.
There you go. Okay, Bezalheim getting creative with his explanation for pauses.
Yeah, and then he said ADCDC, haha oopsie.
Haha oopsie. A classic. Excuse?
I can't see Orianna saying haha oopsie. So, I don't know. Bezalheim's not very good at the roleplay here.
Is that more her speed, you think?
Darkstar, yeah. Darkstar Ori players, that's definitely XD. And like the Winter Wonder users are clearly the big Orianna fans, and they're the people that type like system error. Like they're really into the role of playing Orianna. And then the people that use the base skin are like, haha, I'm a dead girl robot. Because they probably hate Orianna and are just playing it because they think it's good. And that's my analysis of the different types of Orianna skins and what they would say in this situation. Thank you for watching.
You could make an argument as well for the fact that some people just don't care about lore and wouldn't say anything.
Who doesn't care about lore?
A large portion of the League of Legends community.
You're insane.
Yeah. Maybe I am. I'm drunk with power. I could turn the stream off right now. That's how much power I have.
You should. There's no content left.
We've already run out. We're only a game and a half in, and we've already run out of content so far.
Let me go off my checklist. Orianna skins, feet, anime. Turn off the stream. I have nothing else to say.
Well, there you go. I guess the next subject is anime then. We've got some time.
I said the word like 3 times today, so.
Well, got the Rift Herald being taken here by Tokashiro. The smite was used. Oh, he would come in, gets a smite steal, and gonna get the Rift Herald here. Tokashiro used it early. Gonna be forced to use the Ragnarok get out as well. Now Klein gonna pull on the opposite side, but he's 2v1. Leak coming in to help out. Tokashiro now gets jumped on. Oh, big Zack ultimate back into the life form disintegration rate. We'll find 2 Leak and Tokashiro down already. Double kill there for Fluke here as now Klein gonna flash into T-Dragon. He will pick up that kill, but he's gonna go down as Nyrus comes in to help out. Ignite also on him. And well, that's a big swing here. SWF has been hitting the turret in the bottom lane, but good rotation there from Akuma. And now they win the fight 3-1 and get the Rift Herald here, and they might just put it down. Looks like it's gonna be in the mid lane, a little off to the side, but there you go, a big swing for them.
Yeah, Toku has been incredibly scuffed this series. It's rough. It's really rough out here. Just a young boy trying to make it in these hard streets. Toku's struggling. Can you imagine? Oh, I almost just said something. Can you imagine getting out jungled by Zack? You could argue that's pretty offensive as well, but probably not nearly as mean as what I was thinking. Look at this censorship. I didn't used to have censorship. I'm pretty much a professional.
Big business has destroyed the SFL.
I haven't said the F word a single time in the stream.
It's a new record here, as SWF's going to be caught by another death sentence. The heal going to come in, but he's dead for sure. Nyrus going to get that one. Good hook, though, from Jerosa from Fog of War.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ezreal didn't react to that. He must not have just seen. He must have just not seen Jerosa with the hook. the big disintegration ray for the wave clear. Let's go, Fluke! Press that R button. Does he have presence of mind? I feel like his ult should not be off cooldown right now.
It does already have 20% CDR though. Actually, let's check here.
Still.
He is level 11, so he might have the CDR in the runes.
Oh. I don't know. I wish it would show your secondary like it does in the loading screen. Kind of important sometimes.
Well, some people have their
nullifying orb.
Yeah, some people have their priority set right here. Of course, watching the SFL on Valentine's Day instead of paying attention to their date. I think this is probably the right decision. Am I wrong, Nate?
I think you are wrong.
I'm wrong that the SFL is more important than women? I think that's entirely correct.
Wait. Did you just say this league that averages like maybe 3 hours of stream is more important than the entirety of women?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. That is my comment. Women are obsolete. We have the SFL. What else do you really need?
Women are obsolete. We can fuck robots now. Oh, there's my F word. Don't say it. PG-13.
Nate gets one just because it's a courtesy for Nate. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to cast.
Yeah, you have to make sure you don't say it because you know I'm gonna take it eventually.
Yeah, I don't get any because Nate takes them from me. Now we get a play in the mid lane here, Jarosa. And looks like the jungler as well as the mid laner Fluke and Audio are going to combine for that kill. Jarosa going to walk out on the wrong side though. Leak the only one there to stop him, and
what can you do?
He will
about
just get
that?
away. That was a pretty well executed dive there. Another hook gonna land. Leak found. Death sentence come through the flay back into the box. Leak in a bit of trouble here as he gets condemned into the wall, stunned up. Leak still alive for a little bit longer, but will not be long enough. Down he goes. Tokashiro now found Fluke. Rotate also from SWBF. 4 member strong here from Akuma. 2 get pulled here. Klein gonna pick up 1 kill. The shutdown onto Fluke. And now the kid Nyrus can use the ultimate here. And they go ahead and get aggressive here. Going to find the 1 kill. That second kill here on Tokashiro, but he will fall in the meantime. SWBF coming in. That sentence does not land, but down he goes. SWBF tried his best, but not enough.
Almost exclusively that reason. Don't get me wrong, the hype plays are like kind of cool, but it's a lot funnier when you miss a hook that you shouldn't miss in a million tries.
He was doing the 200 IQ prediction of the movement, but unfortunately, Ezreal just didn't move at all.
Has no movement abilities.
Left, yeah, that is the problem. You can't blame him though. They got the kill in the end. It was irrelevant.
Maybe he thought that Ezreal was actually Nico disguised as Zoe, but actually Zoe, so she can pick up flashes and use another flash even though it's down.
Perhaps. I don't know where you went. We're gonna go. I don't know where you're going with that, but doesn't make sense really. But
it makes sense if you don't think about it.
I mean, that's true for a lot of things, right?
It doesn't make sense if you do think about it. No, that's not true for a lot of things.
The Earth's flat makes sense if you don't think about it, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, but the ground's flat makes sense, right?
Ground is not flat.
Ground is flat.
Isn't level. My chair leans.
That's really bad if your house isn't level. You've got some major issues if your house is not level.
No, house is perfectly level.
Of course, to like exactly level, but if it's not generally close to being level, that's a problem for you.
I don't know. Find a really good pool table and set a pool ball down in the middle.
But that's also the problem because that's also because of the pool table and the ball not being. Well, we got a fight here. Audio gonna come in with another elastic slingshot, finds a couple. Life form disintegration ray gonna find Leak. Fluke gets that kill. Redemption goes down from Tokashiro. We'll heal him up for now. The Leak has fallen, and Fluke with another kill, his 5th of the game.
We cast when we need to, white girls. Alright.
Another elastic slingshot here from Audio, flashes in, gets 2. Bezalime and Tokashiro stunned up, and now we've got Klein on the front line here, but he's quickly disintegrating beneath this vein damage. Now Audio going to fall here, the Blobit's going to trigger. T-Dragon does not have teleport to save him. Down he will go, the shutdown here for Bezalime, and he will get out with that kill as well. 2 fall. So 2 for 1 overall. Akuma actually not getting the better end of that fight. Do get some tower pressure though in the top lane.
Audio got really greedy. He went in for a really long-range elastic slingshot, not even starting at full health, and his team was not ready to follow up with him. So they do get punished for it, as they should. Wow, I'm surprised that landed. That skin's W is jank. It's not as big as it should be. But, I don't know. That's little problems. Little problems.
The unstoppability of the aptly named Unstoppable Onslaught will come through.
You know how Vel'Koz's Arclight skin, how that W looks? Yes. Every skin should be like that. Defined ability parameters, because that skin is like base Vel'Koz, this one, Battlecast, they just don't look right. They're not in the places they should be. And sometimes you get hit by W's that you never think you should have got hit by. So yeah, Vel'Koz, or Arclight Vel'Koz honestly kind of puts you at a disadvantage, but it looks pretty cool, and it is fair.
Now, Jirosa again looking for a hook. Audio and Jirosa have been looking for engages this whole game, and they've gone well mostly, but the last one certainly didn't.
Jirosa needs to redeem himself after that hook he missed like 3 minutes ago. Also, last game where he missed like 5 in a row. But they did win, so it doesn't matter. Jirosa misses one more.
Well, now here we've got an engage on the other side. Looks like ReBrand's coming forward. Now Tokashiro's going to be forced back. The Life Form Disintegration Ray going to come through. Finds one kill on to Leak. He's already down. Now looks like this fight has turned completely sour as ReBrand won in that fight, but they come out way behind. 3 kills already. Now Audio going to go for a 4th. Down he goes. Shut down from Audio. SWF now in trouble. Gets pulled back, but the stretching strike, and down he goes. A clean ace here as the last kill is picked up by Nyrus.
Yeah, probably just going to push to end. Next champion not coming up for another 20 seconds. No, Toku.
Well, they have not broken the base yet, though. The Vayne does not have Rage Blade either. So they should get an inhib. I think this should be an inhib back, most likely. Only 2 minions left after the taking of that tower. Baron is on the table, though.
More, but yeah, they could just go for Baron. Keep it safe. Keep it secret. Why do I make references that no one gets?
I don't know.
Stop doing that. No,
Not sure what that. Well, you want to explain the reference here, or are you going to keep that a secret from us? Well, Zach is the secret weapon.
You can have fun somewhere else.
Still in this game, still in this series, but ReBrand not off to a great start here. Lost game 1, and now looking very far behind here in game 2. 19-6 in kills, and down to 6,000 gold again. Here at the 24-minute mark. Ocean Dragon is up, as well as Baron in the mid lane inhibitor is down.
Last game ending with the final score being 32-9. This game looks a little more winnable for ReBrand, especially with the better team comp that they have. But Toku's pretty much on par with his usuals as last game. Jirosa lands a hook.
Bezlime uses Zonies to buy some time, but as soon as he comes out of that, the Tectonic Disruption comes through, and then quickly that Life Form Disintegration Ray.
You could argue it was unnecessary.
Definitely could be an argument. Here, it's actually on a pretty low cooldown, though. Only 65 seconds total, and now at about 45, so... But we'll not have it for this next fight if it does break out right now. Baron is started up, though, about 3/4 of the way down here. Now it looks like Tokashiro when he forced back here, already forced to use the Ragnarok, so he won't be able to get into the pit easily here. The Flash, going to use from Link to keep him safe from that death sentence. More rewards being used here. Bezlime respawning now. Should be able to get back this fight with Shockwave up in just a moment. Baron not going to go down quite fast enough, but Rage Blade is already completed. So this Vayne is on that really big 2-item spike here. Got to be very careful of her. Got to keep track of her in these fights. Jirosa sitting here waiting. Hex Flash going to be used. Will not land here. Baron fight should break out. Bezlime is getting there. Unstoppable Onslaught going to be used. Does not find the stun he's looking for. Last slingshot comes through. SWF with his flash. Leak and SWF will be put together here as 3 caught by that Zac helmet. On the other side, Klein is coming in here with Bezlime. It looks like ReBrand is already out of luck here. 2 down, the jungler and the support. Fluke's very low, but he should fall. Nope, he will not. Klein not going to be able to quite get him. He's going to go down. 3-man apprehend on the other side. Heals up with that Q, but SWF pulled back in. Still pushing height, but Fluke gets up that kill. They're onto the Darius. Now Audio going to go on the back line, finds Bezelheim, and a chain CC there. T-Dragon going to come up with the ace.
All the while, minions were pushing at that mid turret, so they're going to be able to just walk over there and use the wave that's right there, or at least whatever's left of it, to push a little bit more. And that game, surprisingly close for ReBrand. Like, if that fight happened again, who knows, ReBrand might have won. Really, really close. Ori landed a great shockwave, shut Vayne out of the fight. And Vayne is just going to be amazing, especially in Baron fights particularly, because she's going to have her Rage Blade pre-stacked.
Well, looks like they're not going to end here either. Just one Nexus Tower down. They don't have the Vayne with them. So this game will not end. The Baron's still up. Chipping away with these fights, but ReBrand's still in it.
Yeah, seeing last fight, ReBrand could win a fight if another one happens the same way. If Vayne gets eliminated immediately, the only damage Akuma Blades are going to have left is that Vel'Koz, and after he uses his cooldowns, he's not going to do much for his team. Because Thresh, Scion, and Zac, I actually think like Sunfire and Cinderhulk are going to do more damage than any of the rest of their kit.
Do you have the % health damage on the Zac with his W?
It's
the unstable matter. Alright, that's something at least.
Not really.
If you're in a tank v tank fight, I mean.
It's about as good as Maokai's non-charged saplings.
Okay, well, you know, you don't have to be that negative. You don't have to steal my thunder.
I'm just telling you, it sucks.
I wasn't saying it was that good.
Thunder, I think your thunder sucks, so I'm negating it.
T-Dragon fighting Klein up here in the bottom lane. Klein getting the better end of here. Unstoppable Onslaught is interrupted by Klein. The dunk comes through. T-Dragon still continuing to run away. Knocked up by Leak. Here came in to help. T-Dragon will go down here, but Baron is being taken in the meantime.
Yeah, and that's going to be really difficult to contest for ReBrand.
Baron already at 3,000 health. Tokushiro. Oh, the steal will not come through here from SWF. Tried with the True Shot Barrage, but not possible. No fight going to break out. They're just going to back away here. Tokushiro did not go for the steal.
Oh well. No worries. Not even close. Audio never misses a smite. Except for when he does. I do this thing all the time except for when I don't.
Well, 29 minutes here. ReBrand's still in it. Again, down one game already in the series. And it's not looked so great so far, but still they're in it. Akuma Blades have not finished the game. They've opened up the inhib. They've opened up a Nexus Tower, but that mid lane inhib has respawned, and the Baron buff's here. But you know, perhaps a fight could be won with a good engage. Can't count them out quite yet. The Vayne and Vel'Koz are the big, you know, damage carries. You know, if they're able to pick them off with a big shockwave from Bezelheim.
What the hell?
A lot of health on him here. And
I still
Predator
feel like
going to be
he's
used
gonna
defensively.
He must have Elixir.
Does not have the Wake behind him, so I don't believe he does yet.
Huh. I'll check. Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does? Never mind then.
He's got those weird gray particles.
Difficult to see here. T-Dragon split pushing in the bottom lane. Klein has not been sent to match him. Ragnarok going forward. This is going to be an engage here. ReBrand looking for this. Fluke going to use his zonies to buy some time. Nyrus in the back line, but he's only DPSing Klein right now. Looks like, oh, well, already the Vel'Koz has gone down. Nyrus, the only damage source left on Akuma, but it looks like it's going to be enough. Two already down on the other side. And Nyrus, well, he's completely untouched. Nyrus continue to go on to Bezelheim here and Leak. Shield used. That will keep them alive for a moment, but now the focus is the inhibitor.
Yeah,
and, well, there's just one Nexus Tower left here. There's a cannon minion as well. Gonna switch to the bottom lane now and take down this turret and the inhibitor soon.
They really don't want to end.
Audio goes forward, but misses the last slingshot and the striking strike. Decimating smash will be canceled early. It's a 4v3 right now, and League will be picked off, making it a 4v2. He went down very fast. Audio with a double knock up here. Finds two on the stretching strike as well. Bezelheim uses the zonies. SWF dodged down on the unstoppable onslaught. In the meantime, T-Dragon now trying to absorb the DPS. Tokushiro can come in to help out. T-Dragon will go down, but the minions are peppering away on this Nexus turret. Looks like Akuma's just gonna call this off though. Not committing to it. The next tower goes down though. Nexus is open. 2 inhibitors down, but Akuma's gonna back away for now.
Damn, I can't believe you really just hit us with the peppering.
Well, you know, I gotta work on my adjectives and verbs. Gotta vary it up. Can't be single dimensional, you know.
I don't know. Well, there's a reason, viewers. If you're ever wondering if you should watch LCS or SFL, LCS does not say peppering.
Not very often, at least. I definitely
does anyone else.
I get a lot more pepperings in than most people. That I will say.
Yeah, I mean, you have said peppering once, so that's more than anyone else I know.
I think I've said this before, actually, on the SFL.
Not
without you. Not with you. Well, I'm glad you support us when you're not on air. Appreciate that.
Sometimes I do, but I don't have the audio on. I just type in the chat.
Thanks. Love you too, Nate.
I have the green sword. That's the only reason I show up.
Oh, the moderator. All right. Fallen's on the hot seat because I still don't have mod yet.
Dude,
no one is giving that to me yet.
You know how I got it? Let me let you in on a little secret.
You asked?
No, I said some dude was in the chat and there were no other mods, and some dude said the N-word, and I messaged Fallen with a screenshot, and I said, I don't know, dude, there aren't any mods. Maybe you should give me the sword so I can take care of him, and
exactly.
I still have it.
Put your big gavel down as a moderator. Ban everyone.
Now, so what I'm advising to you is you make a second account. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Yes.
So I don't have to say the whole thing.
I know where you're going with this, and that's very, very evil. It's very dastardly of you, Nate.
Yes.
That would be manipulation.
You type ninja from Fortnite, you message Fallen, well, there aren't any mods on.
Well, now 2 inhibs down. The siege will begin on the 3rd inhibitor tower here. 33 minutes in, 28-10 in kills. Akuma firmly in the lead, but they've still got to end this game, and ReBrand has not given up yet. The mental fortitude is there, but will the fight be? Audio goes forward here. Misses the first alive slingshot, though. Forced to move back out. Life Force integration fight. Will not find the kill on Bezaline. Ragnarok in the front line here. Kokashir doing his best, but he's going to flash back out. Klein tanking up in the front line, but nope, the redemption will not be where he needs it. Down he goes. 1 pick off already. 5-4 now. SWF and Bezaline both low. Yep, Minions going to be forcing the members of ReBrand to move back there, as this 3rd inhibitor tower will go down, and shortly the 3rd inhibitor, unless they make the move to just try and end this game right on the Nexus. But no, the inhibitor will be taken down first. 3 inhibs down. No neutral objectives. It's going to be the fight here. Last screenshot finds a bunch. This time Zach the Ultimate brings them back, and now this looks like this will be the end here for ReBrand as the ace comes in. And it looks like Akuma will take the series 2-0.
Yeah, good on Akuma. This game, instead of being 32-9, is 33-10. So, little different. You didn't watch the game twice in a row. There were only like half of the same champions and 1 more kill on both sides. Overall, I'd say that was a pretty good series. MVP of that one, I'm going to have to give it to Toku. He kind of accomplished nothing in the jungle. Out-jungled by Zach twice. That is something that I couldn't do if I tried. That came out meaner than I wanted it to, but oh well.
Well, I'm gonna have to have a little discussion with Toku and tell him what you've been saying. You've been talking shit about him this whole time.
Go to SFL Trash Talk, type 4K, and then leave. That's kind of like SFL Jungle Special. Chance did it. Toku did it. I don't know. The list goes on and on. I'm sure they're not the first 2 to have done it.
Either way, 2 big games here by Fluke in the mid lane, topping the damage charts both games, I believe. Of course, SWF put up a good fight here with 30,000 damage, and well, everyone did a pretty good job on the side of Akuma, and looking pretty good this series.
Akuma's just such a great team when it comes to communication. When the fights are just organized team play, Akuma's going to come out on top almost every time. You could argue that they're not the most skilled solo players. You could argue that they don't have the most talent in the league, but when it comes to communication, they're pretty much unbeatable. It's just a group of guys that always play together. Like, their team's been together for a while. They've been through thick and thin. And when it really comes down to it, they just have a bond that puts them on top of some other teams.
Puts
They're
them
not
atop.
this thrown together team with just a bunch of skilled solo players. They seem like a group that really likes each other, plays well together. It's impressive.
Puts them on top of ReBrand tonight, 2-0. So that will do it for us tonight, as of course Akuma takes the series, but we will have a series tomorrow for you. Just pull up the schedule real quick. We got two series tomorrow here at 9 and 10.
Wait, what? I bet 780 cookies. I won, and now I have 450.
Yeah, so we have series Friday here. BB Clock versus Wave Potential with me on the mainstream at 9. And we got ReBrand versus Paragon 5 at 10.
It hasn't updated.
On the second stream. And then we got a couple, we got series for the rest of the week as well. So, come again tomorrow. Watch us. Appreciate you guys sticking around, dodging out on your dates here.
That I'm sure all of you had.
Well, Celestial.
Wink, wink.
Celestial says he does, and I believe him. Seems like a cool guy.
Prove it.
Well, we'll see if he does. But either way, I appreciate you guys being here. Even if you didn't have dates, it's still nice of you to join us.
Yeah, we appreciate your viewership, and we will use it to not get paid by Fallen because he's a corrupt leader. Despite all the hard work that Kios puts in and all of the nothing that I do when I'm on stream.
Well, I appreciate you being here too. You at least talk about skins for a while, and that keeps us occupied. And then we get into the darker subjects about how the Earth is flat.
When there's no League of Legends to talk about, I got you covered.
Exactly, that's your strong selling point as a League of Legends commentator.
Yeah. I'm any commentator.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us here. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, all under the same name. Like you've seen it on the screen. I am not Kios.
I use a different name for everything.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna plug nothing.
I don't know what Nate's doing, but we'll figure that out.
I'll set up a PayPal and I'll start advertising that, I guess. Just give me money.
Just give me money. I wouldn't refuse it either, but with that should be it for us tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys and hope to see you again soon.